All right, guys, Darren from FBA Elite, and welcome back to another video. So if you're thinking about starting Amazon FBA, you may have some reservations. Everyone is promising you the world, but no one's giving you a realistic view what it's actually like being an Amazon seller. So I've been selling on Amazon since September 2018, so 5 years at the moment. And I want to tell you some of the things that the other people won't tell you. I'm going to tell you some of the things that are hopefully going to put you off Amazon, because it's not for the faint-hearted, and I want anyone that's going into this game to have their eyes open as to what they are getting into. So I've got a number of things I want to run through in this video. The majority of them are negative, but we'll finish on a couple of positives as well, just for balance. So the first thing I want to talk about, and that is seller support. By far the worst part of being an Amazon seller is that Amazon do not care about you. If you can put it into comparison, think about it in two ways. One, imagine the worst customer service you've ever had, and imagine that's what you're dealing with every time you deal with seller support. And number two, if you don't like your boss at the moment, imagine having a boss that cares about you even less, has rules that he doesn't enforce consistently, and will just take random decisions about you, your account, your products that you then have to appeal against and get overridden. So seller support is not fit for purpose. And at some point during your Amazon journey, you will come up against hurdles with seller support, and you have to persevere. Sometimes you go through 4, 5, 6 attempts to get the answer you need. And you have to rely on the community for support more so than seller support itself. So anyone coming into Amazon needs to be fully aware it's going to be a frustrating experience. If you do not have patience, don't start Amazon FBA, because you need patience in the bucket loads if you're going to deal with seller support when an issue arises. So that's the first thing I wanted to do. I've got a list of things here, that's why I'm looking down. Number two, it is harder than you think. So you've probably seen lots of videos online of people showing you how easy it is to use a database tool to find a product, and then you order 500 of them from China, get them sent to Amazon, you run a bit of pay-per-click, and all of a sudden you're making thousands of pounds. It's just not that easy. Now, the actual model is very simple, but pulling it off successfully is not easy. And if you go through my back catalogue, I think I've got over 250 videos of me talking about various different aspects of Amazon FBA. And that goes back to day one when I first discovered Amazon FBA. So if you want to see if my journey is legit, just sort my videos in date order. Go back to my oldest video back in 2018, and you can see I went through the entire process to launching my first product to where I am today. But Amazon is a lot harder than you think. It's not going to be one of those businesses you start and have a product up and running in a week or two. If you started today, you're probably looking at realistically maybe a 2 to 3 month timeline as an absolute minimum to get your first product up and running. You have to learn how to do product research correctly. You have to learn how to deal with suppliers and arrange importing into the UK, how to create your product listing, how to do the correct pay-per-click marketing, and various other things. So it's not easy. If anyone's telling you Amazon FBA is easy, it's not. The model is simple, but it is not easy. Number three, you need more money than you think. Anyone that's telling you you're going to start Amazon FBA with £500 or £1,000 or even £1,500, it's just not true. You need an absolute minimum of £2,000, preferably £3,000 plus, to have a chance with Amazon FBA. And that brings me on to my next point, which is Amazon FBA has become pay per play. It's no longer just about having enough money to buy some stock and send that to Amazon and hope you make some profit after you spent a little bit on PPC. PPC, pay-per-click, is now the name of the game. Becoming successful on Amazon isn't just about being successful at developing products, it's about becoming a successful marketer with PPC. And you will spend a lot of money on PPC, probably more on PPC for your first batch than you will on the actual inventory itself. So you might order 500 units at maybe £5 each, and that will cost you £2,500. You're probably going to spend close to that again trying to launch that product. Maybe more, maybe less, it depends on the niche. But you normally need more money than you think. Like when I started, I think about £5,000 into Amazon, and because I scaled up quite quickly, within a few months, I had about 20k of my own money invested. So keep that in mind when you're doing this. You're going to need more money than you probably think. And if you've got to the point where you've got £1,000 or £2,000 to start, I'd probably say wait until you've got a little bit more money. The last thing you want to do is get inventory to Amazon and not have enough money to launch it. And even worse, launch it successfully and then not have enough money to order that second batch of stock, and it ends up being a complete waste of time. Number five is a controversial one, especially for someone like myself who actually sells a course. You do not need to buy a course to become a successful Amazon seller. I did not use a course to become a seller. I did purchase one back in 2018. It was a load of rubbish. I watched a few videos and it was absolutely awful. You do not need a course to become a seller. Now, a course can be extremely useful. It should guarantee that you get the most up-to-date information and in a logical way to learn things, and also lots of other resources which normally complement the teachings as well. So although I do have a course, I don't actively push it that hard, because you can start Amazon FBA without it. Now, if you do need a course, of course, there is a link in the description, but you do not need to invest £1,000, £2,000 in a course. There's enough information for free on YouTube. Just like I said earlier, go through my back catalogue. There'll be probably enough information to get you up and running. One thing you do need though is software. So you need software at different stages to help you with your Amazon FBA business. You're going to need it for product research, actually finding a product in the first place. You're going to need it to help things like keyword research. So when you're setting up your pay-per-click campaigns, you can use tools to do the keyword research. You need to be able to track your organic ranks. So when you launch your product, you want to see how well your product is ranking for certain keywords and how those ranks improve over time as you invest in PPC and start generating sales. You want to be able to monitor your listing. So if another seller makes any changes or you're having issues with hijacking. So there's so many different reasons you'll use tools for. So you need to budget for that accordingly. I use Helium 10. I'll pop up some discount codes like usual, but you don't need a course, but you do definitely need tools. Otherwise you will struggle with Amazon FBA. So with all that said, it sounds like quite a negative video, but actually Amazon FBA is still a fantastic opportunity. If you have the patience, if you're willing to deal with seller support, if you have enough money, if you're willing to invest that time to learn everything you need to know, then you could potentially change your life. When I started Amazon back in 2018, we were in a house that we didn't want to be in, and Amazon FBA has allowed us to get out of that house. My wife's been able to give up her job. It's now Friday. It's about 12:30. It's about midday on Friday. I've been out, walked the dog this morning, about for a bike ride. Now I'm recording a video, and then that will probably be the work done for today. So it does give you that time. It does provide a passive income once it's up and running. And you can see this is where I'm recording my video. This is my work day now. So this isn't, I'm not trying to show off. I'm just trying to show you guys what is possible. This business model does work. It's not perfect, but it does work. Now, if you are interested in starting Amazon FBA, I'm going to pop up 2 videos. One is a step-by-step guide you can follow that will show you everything you need to do to make your first £1,000. So I'll pop that up now. And next to that, I'm going to pop up a video that will show you how my wife, who started Amazon FBA recently, found her first product in less than 48 hours. And I'll see you guys in either of those videos.